Hello guys, welcome at Money Flows. Today we're going to discuss a bit about my 5 worst investment mistakes. At first I didn't really know how to read financial statements, but you really need to take the time to learn how to read them, invest some time in yourself, how to actually read the numbers, what all the things mean, and don't just buy a stock because some influencer is advising you to buy or sell. Do your own research. It's your money. So eventually, if you lose your money, it's going to be from your pocket and not from them. So this also comes a bit hand in hand with the next topic, with emotional investing. It's also known as the FOMO, fear of missing out. People are actually hyping things up, and then when the hype is almost over, people are starting to buy. A good thing to know when the time is there is, for example, for cryptocurrency, when actually everybody is talking about crypto, on how the price is going up and how the price is going to explode and blah, 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 blah. And your grandmother and your mother is talking about Bitcoin and how they saw it in the news and saw the newspaper. People who actually never done anything with crypto, who have no knowledge at all, when they're talking about it, that's mostly not the time to buy. Maybe it's too late to enter the ship then. Diversification. A lot of people have a different opinion about this. For example, some say if you're too much diversified, it's also not a good thing. But on the other hand, you have also people who are only investing into one sector, for example, only in tech stocks, or only in metal stocks, or only in healthcare, or only in renewable energies or stuff like that. So I think a good portfolio needs a bit a good balance of everything, and depending on the cycle, on where you are, you can rebalance the portfolio, so you can put like a bit more into that sector. But in the past, I also made that mistake to put too much into one sector and not diversify enough. When you start to learn a bit about risk tolerance, you start to notice that you have to turn it a bit around. Before, I was always like looking at the price and looking at how much stocks I can afford. Like if I have like a budget, and you say like, yeah, I buy 10 stocks of this for that price, it will be like so much, and that's it. And then when you have bought it, I would just keep and hold it maybe for a very, very long time. But I didn't really have like a plan on the risk. Well, I read some books about this, on how you can like turn it around. So you start from the risk that you want to take, and based on that, you calculate how much stocks you're going to buy from that company. So for example, if you say, instead of saying like, yeah, I'm putting $5,000 or euros into that stock, you say, I want to take 500 euro, which is then like a 10% risk. And based on that, you calculate back on how much stocks you can buy at that price. You can also set then immediately the stop loss of the on the stock. So now you know that you're never gonna risk more than those 500 euros, which is a lot better than just to buy it, for example, for 5k and to just let it run, because it can go down like 2% today, 3% tomorrow, 10% tomorrow, go 5% up, and eventually, before you know it, you lost like more than 50 or 80% of your initial investment. So when you have started your portfolio, you're a bit diversified, and you just let it run for like a couple of months of a couple of years. from time to time, you really need to have a look about if you need to rebalance your portfolio a bit. Because, for example, some things can really change because of economic conditions. Maybe there's a war going on, or it can be like to elections. There can be like a nature disaster. For example, you invested a lot of money into an insurance company, and then you see that there's a lot of hurricanes, for example. Maybe that's not so good for your stock. So you really need to rebalance according to the situation you're in. What also could be is that you have like several stocks that are run up a lot. And they always say like, yeah, let your runners run. But eventually it's maybe also a good advice to rebalance some stuff if there's like one sector in your portfolio that's getting like too big of a weight within the portfolio. So yeah, you have to really rebalance it a bit from time to time, and also keep track of that. I also did that in the past, a bit less than I do it now. What I do now is I have several different portfolios. So I have a portfolio, for example, for only everything that is related to dividend stocks and to like real estate. So that's separate. Then I have a different portfolio for more the tech stocks and stuff like that. So I divide it a bit. And then I also keep track a bit of the balance so that it's quite diversified and also rebalanced. So here are the 5 things that we discussed. I really hope that these 5 things can help you to make better decisions and to not make the same mistakes that I did. If you would ask me what would be the worst mistake or the lesson that you will keep in mind forever, the first thing would be like never ever follow finance influencers. Secondly, it's also not that because that you are using a product or that you are working for a company that you know very well and you have really the feeling that it's a good company. If the market doesn't agree with you, it will also never be very successful on the stock market. And in the end, we're in there to make a profit. So it can be that it's a good company, that it's growing and stuff like that. But if the market is not picking it up, it's just a waste of time. So that was it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, and see you in the next one.